go ahead and get started. And I'm sure some folks will be joining us here probably in the next minute or so. So for those in the room, I just wanted to take a moment and say thank you for joining me here today on this webinar. My name is Geri Maples, and I am the Veteran Service Coordinator here for Union Institute University. I am also a fellow military caregiver and spouse, as well as a student here in the PhD program here at Union Institute University. As a fellow spouse and caregiver to my veteran, I understand the unique needs that go along with our life and the challenges that we face daily. I wanted to take a moment to share this valuable information with all of you out there that are joining us today. Today I'm going to share with you a little bit about Union Institute University, who we are, what programs that we have here at the university, as well as a little bit about myself and the VA benefits that some of you may be eligible for, as well as scholarships, both within the university as well as other outside organizations. I saw a quote yesterday, and I thought it was very fitting for this webinar. The quote said, "Don't just be good to others, but do good for yourself." And I thought that was fitting, and you'll see why throughout the webinar about why I think so. So who is Union Institute University? We are an accredited private nonprofit university. We do offer bachelor's, master's, and doctorate degrees for busy adults. Here at the university, we do have a mission, and I would like to highlight 3 components of that mission. It is to engage, enlighten, and empower our students. One thing that sticks out to me about that mission is the word empower. That is a huge thing for me. I've dedicated my life to veteran causes, as well as advocating for military spouses and caregivers, and I've pretty much made it my mission to empower all of us and be a voice for the things that relate to our way of life. So Union Institute University has 5 locations throughout the country. We have one in Brattleboro, Vermont, our headquarters here in Cincinnati, where I'm located, LA, out in California, as well as Miami and Sacramento. Depending on where your location is, we do have a campus that will serve you. Here at the university, we offer a wide variety of support. One thing that I'd like to highlight is it was noted that some of you had notated on the registration that you had never taken online classes before. I want to reassure you that even though we are an online institution, we do have that personal touch associated with us. Some of the things that we offer here are career counseling, anywhere from resume writing to reviews of resume to mock interviews. So even though we are online, we still are able to do those, which really is an awesome feature. Here at the university, we have an online university library. So we have about 50,000 full text periodicals available to all of our students and alumni, as well as 150 licensed research databases available for our students and alumni. We also offer counseling services. We have a phenomenal writing center that is available to our students, as well as math tutoring and other tutoring that's needed on a specialized basis. We do accommodate for those. We have a disability service center, and we understand that our adult students don't always write papers or do homework within a 9 to 5 schedule. So we do have 24-hour IT help desk available at all times. So when you're writing that 2 o'clock, writing at 2 o'clock in the morning, you can get help. So I just wanted to highlight that. Some fast facts about the university is we have been educating adults for 50+ years. We kind of have a joke around here that we don't send boxes of books anymore, so thank goodness for the internet. We have approximately 1,500 students, about 15,500 alumni, and here in just a little bit I'll give you some highlights about some of the things, our accomplishments that our alumni has done. We have 400+ faculty and staff located in those 5 locations and sporadically across the country. We do pride ourselves on the fact that our faculty is accessible and offers that personal one-on-one attention to our students. I think that's one of the key highlights about Union Institute and University, is the fact that even though we are online, we do have that one-on-one attention for our students, and that is just so very important, especially with any veterans or military or folks like myself and you who are caregivers. One also thing that I would like to highlight is we are just one of only 9 universities that make up the Fraternal Order of Police University. And in just a minute you'll see what I mean about that. Here at Union Institute and University, one thing that we're proud to embrace is our diverse community. We are made up of about 45% men, 55% women, 22% African American, and 21% Hispanic. This brings us to some of our degrees. And I mentioned that we have bachelor's, master's, and doctoral degrees. Our bachelor's degrees range anywhere from business administration to early childhood studies to social work or psychology. We are recognized as a top 100 minority degree producer, which we are very proud of. We also have the master's programs. We have a Master's of Arts program, and we also have a Master's in Science and Organizational Leadership. I would like to talk to you just a brief moment about the difference between the two. The Master's of Science and Organizational Leadership, or what's known around campus as the MSOL, actually is a really awesome program. You can actually finish that degree in just 12 months, completely online, and we are so proud of that program. What's different about that is we compare it to the MBA degree without the math. So for those out there who are not a math person like myself, that degree is absolutely wonderful. It's the MBA with the focus of leadership, and that's one thing that is very popular amongst our veterans, as well as police officers and folks like that. Our Master's of Arts program is also a really good program. Although it's not able to be completed in the 12 months like the MSOL, what it brings is a whole other level. You can actually bring something that you're passionate about and put it into your master's program. For example, we have different concentrations that you can focus on, anywhere from creative studies to clinical mental health counseling to health and wellness. And just a fun fact about the health and wellness, we actually have a student who loves yoga, and that's what she did her master's on. She focused on yoga and the benefits of that in the health and wellness component. So that just kind of gives you an idea of our master's programs. Like I mentioned earlier, in addition to being a caregiver and a spouse and the veterans coordinator here at the university, I'm also a student in the PhD program. And I wanted to talk to you a little bit about that today, the PhD program and my experience as a student here at the university. The PhD program is made up of students from all over, not just the United States, but the world. We have 2 start times a year in this program. One is in January and one is in July. We have 4 components or 4 concentrations that you can focus on, ranging from educational studies, ethical and creative leadership, humanities and culture, and public policy and social change. This program is an interdisciplinary program, which means that you can focus on something that you're passionate about, and that's what I do. I am an educational studies major, and as most of you can probably tell by now, I'm very passionate about my veterans and military families, and that's what I'm doing my focus on. Have no idea at this time where my dissertation will entail or where this journey will lead me. However, I'm having a lot of fun doing it, and one reason is because that cohort model. I'm part of cohort 19, and we started last July of 2015, and we're each other's cheerleaders, and we're each other's support, and that's what makes it so close. There's 12 of us, and we're very, very close friends, and it's just a really great experience. And the reason why is because within the last 6 months, my husband has been in the hospital 2 times, and next week he actually is going back in for another surgery. And through those experiences, a lot of times I find myself and I'm sure that a lot of you can relate to this, I find myself sitting in the hallway or sitting in the room, and I'm alone, I'm by myself. So I'm able to take my schoolwork with me, and while I'm sitting there waiting, instead of sitting there staring at the wall, I'm actually putting my heart and soul into writing a paper or writing a discussion board post, or just spending time reading and trying to relate that back to what I'm going through and how I'm feeling at the moment. Just to give you an idea, last semester we wrote a scholarly personal narrative, and I literally had one of my cohorts crying when he read my paper. But that's what it's about. For me, it's therapeutic. And I just wanted to share that with you all today, because I think you might find that same sense of what I'm feeling in your own work if you choose to become a student here. So a little bit about Union. I told you that we I'm sorry. I told you that we are a online institution and that we've been educating adults for 50 plus years. Just this past Friday, we celebrated Founders Day. Aside from getting the day off, we kind of all took a brief moment and focused on the day and what it means, and how we're making the difference in the lives of adults all over. So this page just kind of lets you know how we got started and one of the faces behind this great accomplishment. So a little bit ago, I told you that I was going to share with you some fun facts about some of our 15,500 alumni and some of the accomplishments that we have seen out of them. 25 of those alumni have went on to be college presidents. Some of them have become leaders in the public and private sector, as well as nonprofit sector. We have alumni who have been elected to the U.S. Congress. A lot of alumni have become best-selling authors, and here at the Cincinnati campus, we have some of their work on display in a showcase. And one really neat thing, this lady sitting here with President Obama is the first female Prime Minister of Jamaica, and she is a Union Institute and University alumni, which is like way cool. So another interesting aspect about us is we are accredited through the Higher Learning Commission. What does that mean? That means that we are regionally accredited. So anybody out there who made an NCAA bracket, we are accredited just like a lot of those schools, or probably most of them, that was on your bracket. So how does one come to apply to Union Institute University? There's 3 easy steps associated with applying here to the university. Once you go online and fill out a free online application, you will be assigned an enrollment counselor. That enrollment counselor will walk with you step by step through the application process. You'll note there that up there is the web address on where to apply and find that free application. The enrollment counselor will go over these steps with you. You will write a brief essay, and she or he will go over how that essay needs to be set up and what it's about in more detail. It's nothing to worry about. Then they will also work with you on getting your transcripts, any transcripts that you have from previous college or the military, and how to get those. It's very easy to obtain those, and your enrollment counselor will be with you from the time you fill out that application all the way up until they make that phone call that congratulating you that you've been admitted into the university. So now that we have covered all that stuff, I wanted to go over with you about the Veterans Resource Center and my role here as the Veterans Service Coordinator. The Veterans Resource Center is both online and here in-house at the Cincinnati campus. What I do here is I serve as the liaison between you, the student, and the faculty and advisors and departments here at the university. Just to kind of give you an example of some of the things that I've done is I had a student call me recently and she's like, Geri, I don't have a computer. I don't know what to do. Can you help me? And because I do have partners and community resources, I was actually able to get her a computer. And that is just so cool, because how else is she going to do her homework without a computer? Another thing that I do here is I help students obtain the information and documentation that they need for their GI Bill or other VA benefits. I'm able to answer questions and call and check on those if need be. I also help them when they need links or information on how to transfer credits and things like that. One important fact is if any of you out there are also a veteran yourself as well as a caregiver, and you may have the yellow ribbon, or I'm sorry, you may have the post 9/11 GI Bill available to you, we are a yellow ribbon school. So that is very important. some services that we offer, I kind of touched on briefly. We have the Career Center here, Career Services, and as well as some scholarships. And I wanted to scholarships with you at this time. One of the very important things about the university that really grabbed my attention when I started here a year ago was the fact that not only do they honor the veteran, but they honor the spouse and dependent as well. And one scholarship that we do have is the spouse and dependent of active duty military guard and reserve. This is very important because what it does is this scholarship, if you are a spouse or dependent of an active duty soldier or service member, then your tuition cost is reduced to $350 a credit hour. The other thing that most of you will probably qualify for because you are caregivers and spouses is the Veterans Honorable Discharge Veteran Spouses and Dependent Scholarship. Both of these scholarships are unique to Union, and they are Union scholarships. The Honorable Discharge Scholarship reduces your tuition by $750 each semester for up to 4 semesters. So it maxes out at $3,000. I do have 2 other scholarships that are not associated with Union Institute and University that I will go over at the end of this presentation. So here at the university, we totally believe in giving credit for work that you have previously done. So you're allowed to transfer 90 credits in any combination to the university. You can transfer previous military credit, previous college credit, or credit for life things that you've done throughout your life, so life work credit. And if you have any questions on that or how to go about doing that, you can contact me directly after the webinar. As you'll see here on the screen, there is other ways to transfer credit to the university as well. So I mentioned earlier some veteran services, and I wanted to highlight some of those. So I have 150 community and national partners that are associated with the Veterans Program here at the university. They range anywhere from employers to mentors to veterans organizations, both government and nonprofit, as well as community leaders. That is very important to making sure that I'm serving my veterans and their spouses and dependents. One thing that we really pride ourselves on is that we prepare our veterans and their spouses from military life to civilian life. Therefore, we have partnerships with government and nonprofit services to help that transition from the military to the civilian way of life. Just to kind of give you an example, on Tuesday, we are having a professional development workshop for our veterans. And one of my community partners is actually going to come in and work with the veterans that are here and let them know what they need to do, what they need to put on their resume that will catch the employer's attention. So we kind of joke around. We went to a field hearing a couple weeks ago, and one of the congressmen there was saying, well, how does a sniper transition that experience onto a resume? You can't put sniper. So we kind of joke around about that, but it's very serious, and we take that very serious because we want our veterans and to know, you know, how to do that, how to make themselves and that experience attractive to an employer. So Stephanie, who is our career service, she runs our career services department, will be on hand via Skype and she's going to talk to them about resume writing and cover letters and interview tips and all those things that they need to know, as well as take a Strength Finders test, assessment test, and show them how to put the results of that test into a positive light on the resume and how to communicate that effectively. So those are things that we're doing. Just to kind of give you an example, last year we held a career fair for our spouses and our caregivers as well as the veterans. We had over 40 employers here at the university on the Cincinnati campus to meet with our veterans and spouses and caregivers. In addition to that, I do have employers who hire spouses and caregivers to work from home because I understand what it's like to not be able to go to a day-to-day job. So those are things that I'm doing to help all of you, and I feel that's really important. In addition, we also have academic support services here at the university. I mentioned earlier that we have the Writing Center. Just to kind of highlight that, the Writing Center is super awesome. You can actually email any aspect of your paper, even if you just have a sentence and you're like, I'm stuck, I have nowhere to go. So you can email your assignment and that one sentence to the Writing Center, and they can help you from there. They can do it via GoToMeeting or over the phone, whatever you're most comfortable with, and guide you through that assignment. And once you're done, I can guarantee you'll have more than one sentence. We also offer counseling services available here at the university. We have them in-house, and I also have relationships with the Cincinnati VA as well as other VAs around the country to help you in your time of need. So next I wanted to talk a little bit about VA benefits. Most of you on the call may be familiar with educational benefits. Some of you may be eligible for these benefits, whereas some of you may not. Obviously, I'm the Veterans Coordinator here, but I'm not the VA, so I can't determine who's eligible or let you know you are eligible. That is something that you would have to contact the VA about to determine if you are eligible for any educational benefits. However, with that being said, I did want to kind of go over them just in case you are eligible. One of them that is specific probably to the spouses and caregivers is the Chapter 35 Dependents Benefit. This benefit is available to sons, daughters, and spouses of service members who have a service-connected disability and are permanently and totally disabled. That benefit actually pays a monthly stipend. It doesn't pay tuition, but it does pay a stipend to you for a certain number of months, and you can use that towards your tuition, or you can use it to cover daily living expenses. For more information on that, you can contact me, and I can let you know where to reach out to see if you're eligible and things like that. Some of you may be eligible for the post 9/11 GI Bill because you're a veteran yourself. I do have caregivers who actually served in the military as well. If you are eligible for that or the Chapter 35 benefit, I can let you know what you need to do and how to apply for that after the webinar. The post 9/11 GI Bill is a little bit different because it does cover tuition and has a book stipend and things, and also a monthly stipend as well. So at this time, I did want to cover with you, I have 2 scholarships that I wanted to go over with you, that are not directly related to the university, but are available to spouses and caregivers. One of them I will pull up here. Is the Thanks USA Scholarship. This is available for spouses and dependents of active duty service personnel, as well as Guard and Reserve, as well as children and spouses, and especially those who are of wounded veterans. And this, you can actually go to their website for more information, but I'm also going to send this out via email along with another one that is available to you, and that one is through the organization called Hope for the Warriors. And I was just made aware of this one yesterday, so forgive me, I don't have it available for the screen there. Both of these applications opened up on April the 1st. The Thanks USA deadline to apply is May 15th, and the Hope for the Warriors deadline to apply is May 31st. And like I said, I will email this out to you after the webinar so that you can get more details and make sure that you qualify and, of course, apply for both of them. I also wanted to let you know that if you have any questions and you want to put them in the question pod, please do so. And once this is over, I will take the time to make sure that I answer all those questions and send those in addition with the scholarship information. Also, you'll see here on the screen that my contact information, my direct line, my direct phone number, as well as my email, I will be available via phone or email as well. If you don't want to ask those questions in the pod and you want to contact me directly, please feel free to do so. So this brings us to the end of the webinar, and I wanted to close. I wanted to say thank you again for joining me today. I truly hope that this information has been helpful and beneficial to you. As a fellow caregiver and spouse, like I said, I do understand the needs that we face. We're facing a new normal. As a student, this is something that I do for myself. You know, I started school in 2009 at Miami University here in Ohio, and it was a brick and mortar school. And I often found myself leaving class early or missing class because my husband needed me, and it was difficult. And then in 2014, I found an online university, and it made my life a whole lot easier because I didn't have to worry about missing class. And that online universities really offer our way of life something so much different, because not only can we strive for our goals that we want to reach for ourselves, but we're able to provide our veteran and our spouse the services that they need. But it's much more than that. You know, I mentioned that Union Institute University has social work and psychology degrees available, and I found myself taking a lot of those classes when I was at Miami University, and then at the other university I went to, I actually got my master's degree in human service counseling. And I have to tell you that those classes gave me much more than any degree that I could hang on the wall. They actually gave me the ability to not only understand myself, but I understood my husband a lot more. I understood his PTSD. I understood his brain injury. And I understood what he needed, and it made me a better caregiver to him. And you know, that's much more than any degree that's hanging on the wall. So I wanted to share all of that with you guys today. I wanted to let you know that Union Institute University understands the challenges. I understand the challenges. And I wanted you guys to know that you too can go to school, and you can reach those goals that you have set, and at the same time, you know, do something for you, and that's what's important. So with that, I just wanted to say thank you, and again, my contact information is on the screen, so please take a moment to write that down if you haven't already. If you have any questions about any of the degree programs or any of the services that we offer, or anything about VA benefits or anything like that, or the scholarships, please take the moment to send me an email or pick up the phone, and I hope I hear from you soon. Thank you so much.